Next question is that Mr. Rachi has received interior decoration services for Japanese yen rupees 1 lakh from Mr. John located in Japan for his new house which he purchased for his family. Will such services qualify as supply? Since there is importation of service from Japan to India, there is importation of service, it is made against consideration of 1 lakh yen, so there is consideration also. And here Mr. Rachit and Mr. John are not related person. So here, since the importation of service is made against consideration from an unrelated person, even if it is not for the purpose of business, not in the course or furtherance of the business, it will be taken as supply as per section 71B of GST Act 2017. So it will be taken as a taxable event, though the importation is not made for the purpose or furtherance of the business, but importation of services is made against consideration, and the supplier and provider of the services are not related. So here it will be taken as a taxable event, and on which the GST will be leviable. But who will liable to pay GST? Usually the provider of services is liable to pay GST, but here the provider of services are located outside India. Here the recipient of the services, that means Mr. Rachit, is liable to pay GST on the amount of the services, on the amount of the consideration, under the principle of reverse charge mechanism. Now, next question is that a proprietor gives computer from his business store to his friend as a gift on his birthday. He claimed input tax credit on the purchase. Will it be covered in the scope of supply? Obviously, it will cover under the scope of supply as per section 71C, because since there is no consideration, even if there is no consideration, here permanent transfer of the business asset is made on which input tax credit already availed. Since it is a permanent transfer of business asset, even if there is no consideration, it will be taken as supply as per Schedule 1 of GST Act 2017 as per section 71C, read with Schedule 1 of GST Act 2017. Now, the next question is that ABC Limited has a registered head office in Mumbai. It also obtained registration for its branch situated in Jaipur. If ABC Limited company transferred 1000 furnished goods from Mumbai to Jaipur branch without consideration, does it qualify supply? Since your head office is situated in the state Mumbai, in the state Maharashtra, and branch office is situated in Rajasthan, and registration for the head office is being taken in the state Maharashtra, branch office is registered under the state Rajasthan. Here head office and branch office are to be taken as the two distinct persons. And as per section 71C of Schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, we know that when supply is made between related person, between distinct person, even if there is no consideration, it will form part of supply on which GST is to be leviable. In the view of the aforesaid statement, transaction between different establishment with the separate GST registration of the same legal entity will qualify as supply under GST. Since head office and branch office are registered in different state, they are to be considered as distinct person, and whenever transfer is made, transfer of the goods is made between the two distinct person, even if there is no consideration, it will be taken as supply as per Schedule 1 and according to Section 71C of CGST Act 2017. So here it qualifies as supply under GST. The next question is that Mr. Ramesh gift a mobile phone to his employee because he owns the title Best Employer of the year 2019. The value of the mobile is rupees 65,000. Does it qualify as supply? Are services provided by the employee qualify as supply of services? Would your answer be different if the gift of rupees 45,000 has been given to the employee? Now here you know that as per section 71C read with schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, the transaction between two related persons without consideration for the purpose of the business or furtherance of the business is to be taken as supply. Here employer and employee are related person. Supply is made between them and it is in the course of business also. Here gift of the mobile phone worth rupees 65,000 will qualify as supply and is leviable for GST. Here we assume that the gift that is being received by the employee from the employer are not as per terms of the employment. However, if services provided by the employee to the employer in the course of or in relation to his employment, they are not to be treated as supply as per Schedule 3 of CGST Act. Now, if the amount of the gift are below 50,000, then it will not to be taken as supply and no GST will be there. We discussed it in the earlier session that as per Schedule 1 of CGST Act, as per Schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, if transfer is made between related person in the course or furtherance of the business, even if there is no consideration, it will be taken as supply And employer and employee are to be taken as related person as per Schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017. And here the transaction is made between them and the amount of gift are also more than 50,000. So it will be taken as supply and GST is leviable on such supply. But we have to remember that if employee provides service to the employer in the course or in relation to the employment, they are not to be treated as supply of services as per Schedule 3 of CGST Act 2017. However, if the amount of the gift is less than 50,000, it will not be taken as supply of services. Another question is there. A foreign holding company gives accounting services to the Indian subsidiary without any consideration. Is it supply? Now we know that if importation of service is made between the related person, even if there is no consideration, if it is made in the course or furtherance of the business, it will be taken as supply. As per section 15, here holding company and subsidiary company are to be taken as the related person. And as per Schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, we know that if the importation of services is made between the two related persons in the course or furtherance of the business, even if there is no consideration, it will be taken as the supply. Hence, foreign holding company and Indian subsidiary company are related person. Therefore, services received by the Indian subsidiary company without consideration will qualify as supply, since the same has been received in the course or furtherance of the business.